The architect behind the Mahabharata war never lifted a sword. Instead, he burned down an entire empire using his words and a pair of dice. His unprecedented power was rooted in three distinct, unnatural traits: a permanent limp, a set of unbeatable dice, and an absolute consuming hatred. These three scars served a specific tactical purpose: weapons meticulously manufactured in a very dark forge. To see their origin, we look past the opulent halls of Hastinapur, plunging into a pitch-black dungeon where a royal family was left to rot. The imprisonment was strict retaliation. The powerful patriarch, Bhishma, discovered his new daughter-in-law, Gandhari, carried a curse. To break it, her family had secretly married her to an animal first, making her technically a widow. Bhishma intended to quietly punish this disgraced family by locking them away. Instead, he accidentally built the exact engine that would tear down his own dynasty. Under the rigid Dharma laws of the era, a bride's family could not leave their host's palace as long as they were being served food. This chart represents the Kuru strategy. Hastinapur provided daily meals to remain legally compliant, but they systematically reduced the portions over time. The daily rations dwindled to mere crumbs. Confined in the dark, 100 robust men began to waste away into living skeletons. The father finally saw the math for what it was. The Kuru dynasty was executing a slow, legal extermination. The prisoners made a brutal pact. 99 men agreed to surrender their remaining crumbs and starve to death, so the most intelligent son among them, Shakuni, could live. The prisoners had consolidated the remaining life force of 100 dying men into a single vessel built for vengeance. But mere survival in the dark leaves the mind fragile. The family needed a physical guarantee that Shakuni's resolve would hold up for decades. Taking up a heavy wooden stick, the father struck Shakuni's leg with enough force to shatter his ankle. The permanent limp would function as an inescapable alarm clock. Every excruciating step he took for the rest of his life would force him to remember his duty. As his brothers perished one by one, the father ordered Shakuni to cross the ultimate taboo: crack open their bodies and consume their internal organs to absorb their physical strength. Finally, on his deathbed, the father gave one last morbid command. He instructed Shakuni to sever his lifeless fingers and carve them into bone dice, promising they would obey his commands and ensure he never lost a gamble. Shakuni walked out of that dungeon as an unnatural amalgamation of his family's flesh, bones, and concentrated hatred. Allowed to leave legally only to perform his father's funeral rites, Shakuni did not flee. Instead, he returned to the Hastinapur palace, masquerading as a helpful advisor. He carried with him his father's final strategic philosophy. Humans are given the power of speech not to express their thoughts, but to hide them. You smile at your enemy until the exact moment you can kill them. Shakuni applied this flawlessly, targeting the dynasty's most vulnerable fracture point, the young, volatile, and deeply insecure prince, Duryodhana. Actively feeding Duryodhana's deepest insecurities, Shakuni poured poison into the young man's ear. He orchestrated a series of escalating conflicts that drove the royal cousins straight into a catastrophic civil war. The crushing pressure of that dungeon transformed a political inconvenience into a diamond of pure vengeance, one that guaranteed the Kuru dynasty's absolute eradication.